Freed to Silence is an open-world survival game set in an incredibly snowy place after some sort of Cthulhu catastrophe has happened to wipe out all the other humans. And it doesn't really do a good job of explaining the story to start with, at least in the time I spent with it. As far as I can tell, you've been possessed by a horrible demon thing that wants you to suffer for reasons unknown, and whenever you die it resurrects you as long as you've got candles. And I'm guessing is when you run out of candles, your point of it is. There's a kind of Rogue Legacy style system where when you die permanently you can carry upgrades over if you've found items in the game world. But the actual purpose of the game, that's kind of harder to describe. Like, I played it for over an hour and I couldn't tell you what the point of it is. Really tell you what it wants you to do, as is going to be made apparent when I load back in here and show you what my current objective is, which is explore, I guess. Also, the load times are pretty significant. But yeah, explore. So, it's a pretty enough world for what it is. You know, it's not going to be beating Horizon Zero Dawn anytime soon, but it's functional. And there's some cool bits of lore and world building. Like there's things called the Eclipse that fly around in the sky and drop cars on you. They're pretty menacing looking. There's some survival elements in here. You got to find food, you got to keep yourself warm, and you have to use firewood at campfire to be able to craft anything of any actual use. Oh, thanks for installing there the World War Z patch. Yeah, there's an Eclipse right there. You've got some survival vision so you can see around the place, and the thing is, it feels very aimless. Like, I don't really see the point of exploring when there's nothing to really see. Like, there's a mess of icons here, and it's all things like you can get a wood pile that will get you a resource, so your survivors and followers you find can gather them for you. But I've explored the entirety of the area I can so far and not found a single person to recruit, when all of the team's tooltips are constantly saying, oh, it's not very efficient if you go hunting for food or for wood. You should get your followers to do it. Except there aren't any that I've found. I'm sure they're probably just like hiding over the next ridge I didn't make it to, but you know, whatever. The inventory system is clunky. The game doesn't pause when you're in inventory, so you can take damage from things flying overhead if you're physically looking to see what you actually have in your inventory. Crafting, there's a handful of recipes. I'm guessing you'll have to access more. There's like a base building mechanic, which again, I didn't have any resources to actually build anything at my home base, nor is there a quick way for me to get back there, because that's it all the way over there, and it'll take me a good 10 minutes of trudging to get there. Again, the base building mechanic is like, oh yeah, you can build houses and build places for your followers to work. And again, I don't have any followers yet. The combat system is basically a poor man's Dark Souls. You've got a dodge, you've got blocking, which can parry if you time it right. And the bad guys have got hitboxes that don't feel good to try and avoid their attacks. I've rolled out of the way of attacks and taken damage anyway. It doesn't feel good to fight things, and everything takes a long time to die. There's a mechanic where you can equip a torch to keep yourself warm and see at night. And there's a button to quickly equip a torch. And there's a button to quickly equip an axe so you can cut down trees. But there isn't a button to then quickly equip the weapon you had if you've got a sword. So if you encounter a bad guy, well, you better go to the inventory and go and equip your sword and then hold square to equip it. Right, now we're ready to fight then. It's dumb. It doesn't feel good to play. And there were times while I was playing over the course of the hour impression that I would die of things that I didn't really understand what was happening to me. Like, I was looking up at an Eclipse and then I lost half my health and then the suicider attacked me and I died. With absolutely no warning. And I explored the map a little bit, and I tried to go up this way, thinking that, yeah, could be cool, explore that way since we've defeated a guardian at this outpost here and have a look and see what's that way, and it won't let you. There's just a wall in the way. Like, I assume you have to go and clear out the corruption from the rest of the starting area to be able to progress, but it doesn't. Of course you can't walk onto that. It doesn't do a very good job of explaining why you're doing any of it. Like, you pretty much just wake up and it's like, yeah, you can mash X to cleanse some corruption. It's like, okay, I guess. Sure. Why not? Oh hey, there's a bad guy. So you got light attacks and you got heavy attacks. Heavy attacks use up all of... Well, I guess he decided suicide. Use up all of your stamina bar. And your stamina bar recharges quite slowly, so it doesn't feel good to actually, you know, fight anything. But yeah, this tunnel is just blocked off by these creepy red vines. There's no way past them. You just have to accept that you're not going that way. Like, the map shows that there's a nest on the other side, but I presume then the only way to get there is to go all the way around, and all the way around, and all the way around. And I didn't really feel like doing that. So yeah, Fade to Silence just doesn't feel good to play. There's no part of it that feels enjoyable. Like, you just kind of trudge around, desperately looking for supplies. And from checking out the trophies, it seems like a lot of people just gave up on it the same way I did. Like, only a handful of people have actually progressed to the first area. And I can understand why. So yeah, it's not for me. Honestly, I doubt it's for anyone, really. I mean, the survival mechanics and stuff like that seems like it's done better in places like the Long Dark. If you want to have an open world survival game where you can explore and actually fight things and have a good time, well, Days Gone's also out there. Or if you just want to be able to, you know, explore a post-apocalyptic hellscape, there's also Horizon Zero Dawn. So I don't know. There's not much niche for this game to fill, and what is here isn't very enjoyable. So don't buy it until it goes really cheap, or not at all. That's what I think anyway. Thanks for watching.